You guys asked me to talk about it. Alright, so there's this viral video going around where this woman walks through the streets of New York for several hours and she gets mercilessly catcalled by men. Now, there was some concern that all the men in the video were non-white and they edited out all the white dudes for some reason, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Today we're going to talk about catcalling. Now, as I covered in another video, there are actually some people who don't believe that this happens. And I feel like if you don't think that this actually happens to women, you either don't have very many female acquaintances or you're just not paying attention. So this video takes for granted that women get catcalled all the time because they do. Okay, so a very common objection to that video and to the entire notion that catcalling is bad is, oh my god, they were just saying hi and giving her compliments and just saying, how you doing? How's that bad? It kind of reminds me of the scene at the beginning of Beauty and the Beast where Belle's walking through the town and everyone's like, bonjour, and by the end of the song, the entire town is singing directly at her. And I remember seeing that a couple times and thinking, that would be super obnoxious. Then I thought about it some more and I was like, man, this probably happens to her every fucking morning. And it's like, yeah, well, it's a cartoon movie. People don't break into song in real life. But really, in actual real life, women have to deal with being approached and hit on and yelled at like every single day. And even if it were only greetings and compliments, you have to imagine that that gets annoying. Like every day, every single day, dude. Like, I understand everyone enjoys a genuine compliment, but every single fucking day, all day. Like, I don't have to deal with that in my life. People don't just randomly yell shit at me when I walk down the street, and I don't want to have to deal with that, so I don't understand why anyone thinks that anyone should have to. All that being said, come on.
Don't bullshit me.
We know good and goddamn fucking well that this is not just greetings and compliments. We're not fucking stupid. We can't have this conversation if you're gonna be a bullshitter. When you yell at a random woman on the street, you're not doing it because you're some friendly, gregarious individual. You did it because you saw a woman that you thought was attractive and you wanted to get her attention, you wanted to flirt with her, whatever. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to do it in the right context. Like, if you're at a party or a bar or any other kind of social event, it makes more sense to approach strangers and try to start conversations with them or flirt with them, things like that. But when someone's walking down the street minding their own business or working out at the gym or eating at a restaurant, that is not the appropriate context to start yelling at strangers. So what I feel like is that people think that they're entitled to just say whatever they want and do whatever they want. We're like, oh, there's an attractive girl over there, I'm gonna go fucking talk to her. We see it in movies and TV shows all the time. You know, you like have the main character and his best friend's like, dude, if you like her, go talk to her. So now we think we have the right to just randomly holler at people whenever we want, regardless of the situation. But it doesn't work like that. Like, if you think you're entitled to randomly talk to strangers whenever you want in any situation, basically you're saying that that person has no right to be left alone, has no right to privacy, has no right to have their personal space not invaded, which is basically an attempt to invalidate the fundamental agency of another human being, and there's a word for that. It's objectification. Anytime you're treating a person like something other than a person, you're doing it wrong and you should stop. And really, everything I just said notwithstanding, you shouldn't catcall people because people don't like being catcalled. I know some people that don't mind it in certain situations, but in general, people don't appreciate it. You should pick up on this by the fact that most people completely ignore you when you do it or just make a really mean face and walk by you. If you continue to do something to someone, even though you know for a fact that they don't like it, you are being an asshole by definition. It doesn't matter if you don't understand why they don't like it or if you think they should like it, they don't like it. Don't be an asshole. That's all I have to say about that. But I feel like that's a strange way to look at the world. Like, if you feel like you need to be 100% in agreement with someone in order for them to be worthy of your admiration, you're really gonna have a bad time. Eventually, you must realize that it is very, very unlikely, if not impossible, to find another human being that you will agree with 100% of the time. That's why I also get a little bit weirded out when people tell me, I agree with 100% of everything you say.